Sega.
Who would have ever guessed?
Nintendo.
So
Disney.
Yeah.
Disney.
uh,
Traveler's
Traveler's
Tales. This is the third Genesis game we've covered by these people.
Diagnosis.
Yeah, they made a lot. They were Genesis' first developer, but they made.
I think they made this version
They're
first,
often-
and then the Super Nintendo port was like based on this.
Yeah, same with what was the other one I was thinking of?
I have to say, seeing this Ignosis logo on a Sega game is fucking weird to me. I just associate it so strongly with the PlayStation 1.
Yeah. I owned this game. Did you play this one, Bob?
I did. I think it was eventful though.
I would say it's surprisingly difficult, but not like legendarily so. It's just kind of tough.
Yeah, I was
Games could
playing it earlier
definitely be
today.
surprisingly difficult in that era.
Yeah, it's that whole like rentals thing where like you had to make a game like experience, and a lot of that was just pump up the difficulty and make sure people can't just beat it in one quick sitting.
Well, I mean, especially in the NES days, the games are just harder in general. Arcade mindset and just people it's just a stylistic thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, locate the baby monitor.
But yeah, this
I was
is
playing this earlier with an arcade stick, but
Oh,
on the
right.
original console. As you do. Yeah, it is pretty tough. I don't get very far.
this game's neat. First,
Yeah.
I really quickly I want to point out the 3D effect on the objects in the background is
Yeah.
like insane to me, because I made this a stage in Mugen, and like replicating that effect was shockingly difficult.
Oh god, no, I don't doubt that.
Like I think I had to do like a parallax thing with like 10 different layers to make it look like it's a 3D object. And it's like for SNES, like I know they have some sort of like sprite scaling stuff that they can do for that. For Genesis, I have no idea.
That sound bothers me. But they just went all out with the animation. Like they just move way more than they even need to.
Yeah. You reminded me, because we didn't see the options menu. There's like a little 3D graphic of like, not even a little one, a fairly large graphic of the controller that like kind of moves around in the option select, and it's like they just didn't need to do that. Like that's a lot of frames and a lot of space for just like a little,
Yeah.
a pointless graphic essentially. It's like, I know what my controller looks like. You don't need to render it for me.
Well, it didn't look like mine I was using at the time, but yeah, you're right. I wonder if they had to like license the toys, or it just came under the Toy Story banner.
I mean, they would have had to, I assume.
Yeah.
Though there
Maybe
may have
things
been
are just
well,
not as-
unless it was part of the original licensing deal with
Probably, yeah. Like, oh,
Disney.
this will cover any merchandise we make. Well, not merchandise, but you know, like tie-in stuff, like picture books and whatnot. I think it's like one of my favorite movies ever, honestly.
I've been tempted to like go back and rewatch them. I'm not much for like rewatching stuff I liked as a kid, but
Yeah, no, it holds up.
yeah.
Like, he actually makes the effort to stop.
They all have different sort of AI, for lack of a better word. Like they each do something different, which is fun.
Yeah. I do like appreciate that it starts you like shooting Potato Head in, and you know, just see what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. I would actually say this is probably the best of the Traveler's Tales like Genesis games.
Yeah.
Which is like, not that it's one of my favorite games or anything, but it is like just very solid.
You can really tell this is like...
There's a lot of waiting on this
super late.
stage.
Yeah, there is. But
So I think they got access to like the actual 3D models Pixar used.
yeah, I heard that. Which, I mean, yeah.
I mean, this is like year of Donkey Kong Country, so well, it's very appropriate.
They managed to do well with the Genesis relatively shitty color palette depth.
Yeah.
I do remember this game looks a lot more colorful on the SNES.
Yeah, color depth is the Genesis's big weakness. Which is why it's funny it's the one that got the CD upgrade. CF.
Maybe it's like trying to compensate more for like the poor sound chip. And then I feel like the 32X was trying to compensate for like it's like a sprite scaling and color depth. Oh, that fucking image of Woody.
Ah,
I've seen this movie so many because I had this on VHS and I've seen it so many times. This altered dialogue is like annoying me.
yeah.
Didn't go, no. Oh yeah, that's my favorite part of the movie.
I'm
The
glad
bass.
I'm glad they included that line.
Yeah. I think that what impressed me most about this movie is like a technical milestone, but it was also a good movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like, you know
yeah.
what I mean? It didn't have to be,
CG.
you know, it wasn't one or the other.
The first CG movie wasn't this weird experimental thing that just kind of was.
Yeah. Like, it's well written, it's well acted, it's got a good soundtrack. And you know, like, they knew their limits. You know,
Yeah.
they didn't try full on, like, for being from 1995, it's aged, like, really well. You know, and it's like, some of the bits are a bit weird, like, any with humans, but, you know, at least
Yeah.
have the sense not to make they didn't make the humans the protagonists, though, you know?
Right, yeah, they're not on screen as much. It feels like a deliberate
That are
choice.
plastic because plastic looking
Yeah.
textures are definitely the way.
They can also, like, do them and, like, you know, make the new movies, and it still looks good, if you know what I mean, but not
Yeah.
consistent. You know, like Toy Story 4 is, like, technically impressive, but, you know, it's not, like, a huge contrast with the 95 movie. Oh,
You're just keeping Buzz's weird animations on screen at all times.
yeah, they're having fun with those.
It's funny, yeah, this level is billed as a race, but it really doesn't matter. It's just get to the end of the level.
Yeah, I did
Like-
this earlier today, and I very quickly realized that. I was like, oh, wait, it doesn't actually matter.
No, he's just following you. And just being
He's
silly.
falling with style.
One thing about this game is that you actually don't kill enemies, as it were.
Well, that's good, because I know you're deeply offended by that.
I just like it's like he stuns them. Like that's just his attack, is he hits them with the pull string, and it like
Yeah.
just stuns them. Like they get wrapped up in rope or something.
That's always a little weird to me, but yeah.
Very Disney.
Very Home Alone when with the rope gun.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you did keep up with me.
These are the converted like screenshots.
I
Yeah.
love that bottom paragraph, which is just describe, tell, don't show.
They didn't have to do all of this too, which is funny. Like,
Yeah, I get real like children's like interactive storybook vibes from this.
yeah, yeah. Which again is funny because it's not like the easiest game, so if a kid is playing this, like me, they're not having the easiest time with it.
Yeah. I like this inner
Oh.
monologue.
This
That was
bit.
interesting. Yeah, this is pretty creepy. I wouldn't...
This is just completely made up. Like, there's not even, like...
Oh, what are we gonna do for a boss? There's no conflict for a while.
This is pretty
yeah.
creepy for a kid. I remember this. It's not quite Splatterhouse 3 cutscene, but
right.
it's pretty unsettling. It's not Buzz becomes a mindless beast, but
Busby gets a spell of Rot of the Grave.
Yes.
I like the soundtrack quite a bit. I never really liked the quote like better versions, like the SNES with. Well, I don't know. The SNES is just it's kind of a give and take with that one. But then there was like a PC port where it's like MP3 music, and it's just like kind of all orchestral and just kind of bland.
Yeah.
Like we'll get to one later. There's like a really nice like electronic track that they just replaced some of the notes with just piano.
Stars.
Yeah, just replaced it with like piano, and it's just like it doesn't have the same impact.
Fair enough. Is it really a nightmare if it ends like that?
Hooray!
Pizza Planet.
That shot. Both of these are pretty good. I remember disliking this level quite a bit.
I just love this, like, obviously we know what happens in the movie, and I just love him spelling it out.
Yeah?
Oh, this is what I'm planning on doing. I swear that thing at the bottom says plastic USB, which must be USB or something.
Time for micro machines.
Yeah, so you got like this battery that's just a timer that runs out, and then every time you hit him, he drops, well, a battery pickup that kind of bounces around, so you have to go collect it and then keep going.
It'd be so much easier if you just hit them. That's just that'll keep the momentum going.
The steering just like 1, 2, 3, 4, up, down, left, right, rather than actual relative steering.
I think it's relative steering. It's like just tank controls, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, micro machines.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is very Micro Machines.
Yeah, it's just it just like for the first part, they were driving entirely in cardinal directions.
Yeah, they're pretty good at it, but I think it has a lot of snapping.
You're right, Yoshi. Yeah, it looks like it's snapping or something because it's almost like too perfect.
Because remember, that's why this is tricky. Because it's like I feel like if it was just up, down, left, right, it would be a lot easier.
I think we just stand there.
I love how you just juggle them from 20 different spots around the room until you eventually get them where you want them.
Yeah, you're just standing around just constantly, and you just keep knocking them around everywhere.
Is it just a toy?
Who knows? This toy chose to remain anonymous. I remember this one scene gets like 3 levels.
This is convoluted. What the fuck?
Yeah, this is weird.
What have you
Alright,
got
time
a
for the
feedback?
side quest.
I guess because they came up with the next level idea, and then like, oh yeah, we need more like normal levels instead of these gimmicky ones. Because that's like another thing, is this game is full of gimmick levels. And a lot of different ones too.
Welcome to Dark House.
It's pretty creative that they just changed the like quote change the lighting.
Yeah.
Add a bit of variety. Why? And he has a lot of Y blocks.
I mean, you can't spell Andy without Y, so...
Correct, I guess the other sides are like A, N, and D. Oh, Tin Toy. Oh, that's a nice little reference. That book there.
Is it?
That was like one of Pixar's earliest animations.
Oh, huh.
Like a little short called Tin Toy. That's neat. that. What are you gonna do about it? You just fucking whip me. I did recently see a let's watch this first.
Yeah, this is the third level about this scene where you have to race on Rex.
There he is.
It's me.
Inconceivable. One Rex one. So, I saw that the 2004, like for Finding Nemo, they re-released one of the early Pixar shorts. But they had to censor it.
What?
So there's a video on YouTube, and it's side by side. There's this like figure of like a sort of a mermaid, and I won't mince words. She has giant tits in the original, and they had to like re-render it to make them smaller for the 2004 re-release.
Interesting.
Yeah, just kind of weird. Like, it took me a second to realize what the difference was, because it's like silent on YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. They had to do that, I guess.
Oh, we're under Disney now.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just kind of funny someone had to go into this old 80s CGI cartoon and redo it somehow.
Right, yeah.
It was too sexy.
Keep it, like, the same level of quality as this very old animation.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it, honestly, but that was someone's job at some point.
Detittify a mermaid, yeah.
Yeah. I also...
That's
quite
the dance you
divergent
do when
from
you
the movie.
detify a mermaid.
Yes.
Settle the score!
I like Vex just being roped into that. That's very divergent from the plot of the movie.
Yeah. I think there's more gimmick levels than there are, like, quote, normal levels.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. Speaking of which, I know that what's going up here. This just makes me want to watch the movie. It's so good.
Fuck it, we should do that at some point.
Tire him out.
Yeah.
That wouldn't work if I voted it.
Well, speaking of Donkey Kong Country, you can't have a CG game without CG tires.
Yeah.
Mega soft.
What's that a tire for? I don't know. I just realized the scale of it.
You know, that's a
Trying
good,
to flaw with this.
good question with this. Yeah.
Big grip, and it's companion tire per gib.
It's just a very
Like,
stretchy
watch out.
tire.
Yeah, one size fits all. I should say, well, I don't have to say, but I'm gonna say it. Favorite toy as a kid was Buzz Lightyear toy, like the year the movie came out. It was really hard to get, but it was like the best Christmas ever. We had to import it from the States. About, well, let's say way back then.
Oh.
It was a great Christmas. It's like the movie, you know, Jingle All the Way, you know, like just how hard
Oh,
it was
yeah.
to get that certain toy.
Oh,
Pretty much
right.
like that for her, yeah. Nobody wanted Woody, they all wanted Buzz, which is kind of ironic given the, oh wow, let's play Shooting Stars. It's kind of ironic given the plot of the film that he's neglected, and then all the kids went, yeah, Buzz Lightyear is cool. Oh, it's Snatcher!
Yeah? I might have mentioned that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they should have just have this sort of shooting minigame. I guess because Woody's a cowboy,
Sure.
it's thematically appropriate.
Yeah.
God, it starts counting down real fast.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
Win 3 extra hit points.
Is that permanent?
No, I think it's just health refill, but
Oh, okay. That seemed like a lot of work for that, but...
I don't even know if he's gonna get that because he had 5 already.
Yeah, I'm a little... Yeah, if it's like a permanent upgrade, that'd be good, but...
Also, this little gag now becomes its own stage.
Yeah. It's not the most gamey movie to convert.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate their creativity.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Making creativity fun.
Running out the Andy's room.
You just have to dodge stuff that's just... It's like Final Destination and death is trying to kill you with food.
Yeah. What's knocking that over?
Even the soda machine is out for you. This was... I don't even know how I figured this out, but this was so, like, unintuitive. It's just like, how do you not get hit by this kid walking by? Oh, you crouch.
Yeah,
I
it's
had
more
an
not
idea
being
that you would-
spotted than
Yeah.
hide it. Yeah, you're hiding, you're not.
Yeah, but it, like, it does damage you. It's sort of weird that way.
Yeah, no, I get that. It's like, I've been seeing... I mean, you think it'd be an instant game over, I guess I'm glad it's not, but...
You know, yeah, fair.
Those legs, how they're animated, is very peculiar.
It reminds me of Out of This World.
I was just thinking that.
yeah, they're definitely what they're flat shaded like polygons, basically.
Yeah. With like shoe sprites on the ends.
Oh, speaking of things that get 3 different levels, here's 3 levels inside the claw machine.
Right.
Which they're all pretty interesting, but again, it's 3 of them for this one
Yeah.
scene.
I've got fucking. You've got a friend of me burned into my brain already.
It says plastic use with care, not plastic USB.
No, I know it's.
Oh,
Traveler's Tales was so ahead of the time. They had references to USB connective technology.
yes.
Oh, that looks nasty.
This level is a bitch, yeah. I love this music, though.
Yeah.
And this is the one where, like, most of it was just, like, orchestral and piano in the PC one and the SNES one, I think. It's, like, night and day how different they are.
Sounds like another Matt Furnace job.
I don't think so. Because it's the same person who composed for the Toy Story 2 game.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Maybe he converted it, I don't know.
Maybe.
Curious.
I like how Sonic this area is.
It is, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh my god, look at this bullshit.
Yeah. That line's really weird, doesn't sound like him.
Yeah? I mean, yeah.
I'll tell you a fun fact, it's probably not the case here because it's probably just like sampled audio from the movies, but what the fuck? Is that where you're supposed to go? Oh, it's alive, okay. That's
Did not know that was a thing. Okay, I was always
time
wondering.
damage for alive, right.
I was wondering if there was just a thing to damage you.
Don't know if you know, but in most, like, outside of the movies, like most Toy Story media, like these tie-in things, Woody's actually, like, voiced by Tom Hanks' brother, Jim Hanks. Because obviously, you know, Tom Hanks is a little too busy to be doing interactive picture books and
Right.
toys, but so they call in Jim Hanks. You can definitely tell the difference though.
But brothers don't have identical voices?
No, but he sounds similar enough to get away with
Yeah.
it.
I like
The
how
only one
much.
sort of imitate him is his own brother.
I like how much that's come up. Like that was true of Sonic Adventure with Tails. That was true of Frieza, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like how many tubes there are in this machine that coins fall through, and how the tubes are completely unnecessary, apparently. Because
Yeah.
the coins just keep falling.
I mean, the whole machine, I don't know how accurate that is. I don't know. I'll have a technician look at this video. It's just kind of funny where they pad the movie out.
Yeah. This one is absurdly just random, this stage. But, like...
we have to do something with the claw scene.
But, no, this is...
Oh, God.
Yeah, this is a weird Doom-like level, where you're just finding these guys and then taking them to the exit, which is on a timer, so, like... Yeah, this is another thing you can screw up.
Also just Traveler's Tales just flexing.
Yeah, like... They just casually made, like, a Doom FPS. Like, granted, it's very simple, but...
It's still impressive though. Like you could
3D.
Wolfenstein, yeah, you could. It's like, oh, we could like feasibly port Wolfenstein to this console, but no, we're just going to use it for like one level in this licensed kids game. Like, what the fuck, Traveler's Tales? Like, I'm sure if you know, like they could have ported Wolfenstein and done a good job of it.
Yeah, yeah. I love that sound.
Yeah.
I also love that you pick this little alien guy up and then you just stare at each other, just lovingly.
Yeah, I keep forgetting he's like, yeah, this is like a living thing.
New SK Mega weapon win.
I do like they have a little sprite of them just kind of floating there.
Yeah. They were like this lighting effect as well. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, yeah. And like, again, the only challenge is the timer. It's not like there's enemies or anything. It's very simple, but they did a lot with it. Like this was not an easy thing to do, and they just made a silly little level just to add more gimmick levels to this game.
All that work.
Yeah. That's kind of the weird thing about Traveler's Tales, is that I could sit there and praise all of the work that went into making these games, but I can't actually recommend the games at all.
Yeah, they're not. They're fine, but I can't. Yeah, I can't just go much higher than just fine.
So this stage,
Yeah.
it's not.
I wanted to talk.
Mhm.
I wanted to talk about the actual movies as well, because SK, you said you only saw like the first two.
Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Yoshi?
Same here.
I don't know really what my justification of for having seen 3 and 4, but
I mean, if you
yeah,
like
three's,
the
really good. Yeah, I was curious. I
Yeah.
was curious because I saw the trailer for 3 and it's very much a throwback thing because it's like about Andy going to college, so he's like, you know, similar-ish age to me. You know, he's sort of grown up. The character sort of aged up alongside the audience. I thought that's quite interesting. Yeah, like Toy Story 3 is really good. Honestly, like
I've heard
good
as
the
much.
first
Yeah.
two. Toy Story 4 shouldn't fucking exist. Fuck that movie. I don't know why I saw that one. I think I just watched it online. I'm just kind of curious because of someone who grew up with the first movie specifically. Yeah, it's just like, oh, we want more money because like 3 ends very definitively, like perfect ending,
Yeah.
and then they're just like, oh, we're gonna make another one. You're just like, oh,
Real quick, I
Yeah,
just
like the first one is a very simple story, and then the second game gets really deep into the weeds of like how this world works and what that means. It's
Sorry,
very
I may have
interesting.
also just occupied the entire discussion about that boss. Sorry, SK, you wanted to say something about it.
I just like that a lot of the first three phases where the claw moving around and just being like, oh, where am I going? Where am I going? And the last two were just like, I'm just gonna grab him. I'm just gonna go. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah, those things don't have that many controls.
Yeah.
And then you fail anyway. This is that boss that you beat, but then you lose anyway.
Yeah,
This is a Mortal Kombat story mode, fight.
They made that look
Win,
really
but
easy,
not really.
but it's actually pretty annoying because, in order to hit the claw, you have to knock one of the aliens into the air and then, shoot it in a direction based on, the height of it and the angle you hit it at. And it's surprisingly difficult, again.
I'm also reminded the human models, but I think now I've just realized Sid gets the most screen time of any humans, but that kind of works because he's supposed to be ugly, I guess. So real mean, but
He does have that little archetype to him where he's got the braces, and it's like, oh yeah, he's just a jerk. So
skinhead.
we're not supposed to feel bad whenever bad things happen to him.
When he's badly rendered. I remember reading online, it's actually a good point. This is a creative kid, because he's taking toys apart and he's mixing and matching them and he's making new toys. Yeah, he's clearly got some sort of engineering skills that should be fostered, but no, he's just a mean kid and we're gonna give him trauma before the movie ends.
Which is funny because part of the thing that makes him quote mean is that he's mutilating these toys which he doesn't know are real.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
a weird situation.
I hate to say it's pets or something, local, small animals or something.
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
He's he took the toys apart and then glued them together. It's he's not a murderer.
I think
Well,
he,
he is.
with
He just
his
didn't
sister's
realize
toys, which is
Right.
Yeah. He's a bit mean to his sister, admittedly. I suppose he's sort of violent tendencies that he enjoys watching them explode and things like that. I suppose that's a bit concerning.
No, they have some justification, but it is kind of funny when you think about it.
Yeah.
Oh, this bit. Yeah. Yeah, so this part you can't stand still. He just keeps running, so you have to just kind of back and forth to avoid taking damage. I do love they reference that little bit.
Yeah.
And then they just do it again.
they don't do a lot interesting with this mechanic. It's just the same. Oh no! Now they have a fire shooter. It shoots fireballs completely randomly. It looks like, and it's just kind of a bitch, I guess.
Man, he's very careful. He don't want to get set on fire, does he? He's got books about DIY. He's clearly well read. Funny how these sequel you control Buzz.
Yeah. I haven't seen it in a while, but I imagine that makes a little more sense, given...
I think it's mostly about Buzz rescuing Woody, so
Yeah.
I guess he does a little more action.
Yeah, Buzz is the one, doing action, while Woody is the one doing non-action. Having emotion and shit.
Watching
Video
Woody's
gamey
roundup.
stuff.
Yeah, there's probably not a lot of gameplay potential from him watching Woody's roundup. And then talking to Kelsey Grammer.
Kelsey Grammer was in that movie.
Yeah, Stinky Pete.
Right.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I think he probably did more of a voice than when he does Sideshow Bob and he's just him.
Yeah.
You're making me want to watch these movies again.
Prospector voice.
We might have just passed it, but I know this level has like a lot of this, yeah, like back and forth, like swinging stuff. That's like,
a little weird.
it's absurdly hard. Like,
It doesn't look like it was made for it. It's like someone just said, "Oh, I can do this in the level design," but it's not quite made for it. Like you don't get that much.
yeah,
level.
it seems like an advanced technique or something, but it's like, no, that's what the level was designed to do, and it's like, it's like that Rayman thing again. Like the devs can do it, but your average player is not going to have that easy time doing it.
Who buys this many spiked yo-yos?
I don't think I've ever seen one spiked yo-yo.
Yeah.
I like the purple. Those kind of purple. Oh, can I help you there?
It's bad.
Oh, right.
It's just funny.
Yeah, it is. All those just convert to a video game.
Oh yeah, all these characters have names. They're actually we mentioned it in the Mickey Mania thing. I think there's
Legs? I mean, that one's pretty obvious.
yeah.
Baby Mad?
Yes, Baby Mad.
Man, they look like they didn't give you much room for error.
They don't know.
You just take damage, or is it a full death?
It's just damage. I think the only like instant death I can think of is when Buzz gets taken off during the claw fight. Like even falling in pits, you just like get hurt and then get launched back out.
Very heady, yeah.
Giant trampoline below the pits.
Yeah.
Mega Dork?
Oh, wow. Mutant toys.
There's a lot of oh, the pop.
Yeah.
There's a lot of areas you can explore with the concept of living toys, and like this sort of mutilated, like changed one is you know, they're already kind of exploring. So I think this looks fucking difficult. Holy shit!
It's not the worst thing in the game, but it's not. Yeah, they just throw stuff at you from every angle.
How big is this
Turbo
house?
tunnel level, but they don't have the fucking warning indicators.
I don't remember Sid's house being this big. He has like 10 staircases.
Yeah, right. They're just running laps. They just like, I can't figure my way out of here.
Changing the furniture. Is that a notice of eviction on the wall?
Oh yeah.
It's notice of blah 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 blah.
Notice of we are moving way too fast.
We did not give you building permission for 9 more staircases in your house.
Like I think that the line is just scribbles.
They're probably ignoring them, but every time they sent them a new copy, they would take the time to frame it on the wall.
It's interesting, yeah, it's inside their house.
If I put it inside their house, the government can't get me.
This is private property and you can't put signs here. Let's play Snatcher.
Magic screen is glass set in sturdy plastic. Use with care.
Thank you. Finally have the definitive answer. Look like just superimposing like a Snatcher insectoid on there.
God, you get health from that. It's absurd.
Such a paltry reward. It's not even alive. That should be 3 lives, not... surprised that wasn't a level somehow, but I don't know. Like sneaking up to the barbecue or something.
We got 3 more levels to go, I think?
Daytona?
Yeah, Daytona.
Well, I mean, at this point, we're at the climax of the movie.
Wait for the level set during Christmas where he gets a puppy and you have to raise the puppy or something stupid.
Oh man, we got some super scalar technology going on.
Yeah, so this level is not in the SNES version. For some reason. Also, the last 3 levels all take place with RC here. But they're all different styles.
I kind of get a feeling that horizon line looks like an emulator bug. That just looks wrong.
What do you mean?
The fact that it's green all the way through.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
do everything.
I see, I think so.
I mean, and play this on real hardware. I have to
It's very hard to tell whether it's an actual emulator bug or they just did that.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's like, what is that, like 1 pixel? It probably wouldn't even be noticeable on CRT.
I like these are houses?
Are they?
Yeah, I think so.
The trucks look pretty good, but I don't know what those checkerboard things are.
Those are houses, but then there seem to be windows that are suspended and...
Oh, that's a little too ambitious. I thought they were like arrows.
Giant
like
fences?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's the house, so yeah.
That's a house, yeah, okay. A little too. I appreciate the effort. That was a little too ambitious. The trucks look good though. I could tell they were trucks.
Right? I guess this...
One thing I like about Toy Story is that Woody's kind of an asshole at the start. You know, it's like... It's kind of refreshing, you know, he gets over...
Yeah,
he can be petty, but, you know, he learns to get over it. It's not like, oh, I'm a good person doing the right thing all the time, you know, he's like...
If you, I don't know if you know about this, but, like, the original concept was...
Oh,
where he was a straight-up villain.
Yeah, he was an asshole, like a natural asshole. Like, he was just unlikable. They did test screenings, and he was just too unlikable. Like, the audiences hated him. So they just completely reworked him. He was also, like, tiny. He was, like, what, like, a quarter of Buzz's height? The test footage is, like, out there. It's quite interesting to see.
I assume it's like really primitive, because...
Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look as bad as you're probably imagining, but
well, it depends on whether it was the
acidic.
test screening. Or,
yeah, it's
it was a release candidate,
it
so
looks
to speak.
Yeah, it looks worse than this, but it's a little.
It was
rough.
meant to be viewed by people rather than just being a complete rough draft.
Yeah. I say test screening wasn't like a complete movie. I just mean like
Right, yeah.
they're testing shots and trying voice acting, things like that. It's more like proof of concept, like, oh, we can. This is a concept for a full-length CG movie.
This bit.
Infinity and beyond. Wow, this really is falling with style.
Yeah, yeah. it
Yeah?
is. He's pushing that concept. This is suspending my disbelief.
I mean, tying people up with your pull string somehow is totally fine, but this...
I love how much vocalization he's doing.
Hey, they put those voice samples in, they're gonna use them, damn it.
I forget how short some of these levels are, though.
We're not aiming for the truck?
Like, this is nearly over already.
Yeah.
This bit's interesting, because it's like, what is pushing us underneath this truck?
I mean, again, I'm not even sure how they're flying there, so...
Ever just reverse direction?
You can probably see it. Alright, okay. Very weird final level.
Yeah,
But again, it's not.
that's what happens when
weird.
your game is based on a license like this. Like, you're at the
Yeah.
whims of whatever actually happens in the movie.
It's not an action movie.
Right.
Like,
It's
action movie.
or you could just make stuff up completely, like they did in the NES days.
Oh, there's Woody's best friend Rex.
They're all back and they're all in the same pose.
They're in the wrong house. But you know, whatever.
Wait! Oh no, we're back! It's Groundhog's Day! No!
You've got a friend in me. You have completed Toy Story.
Hope you enjoyed it. That's like,
Casual.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
expect
we
that
enjoyed
for a 16-bit game. That's like an indie game or something, or like a
Oh, I
YouTube
enjoyed
video.
it.
It's like, yeah, I hope you enjoyed our commentary.
Yeah, I don't know these characters' names. I guess these are all official though, so
Yeah.
they had access to the model. I presume they had names.
That'd be a big fuck up if they were just like, let's just make up some names for these guys.
Yeah, and they had like Disney had to stick to it. It's just Pixar, whatever.
Yeah, like
That's a crazy
imagine
name.
being stuck with a name like Robot.
Snake.
Yeah, but you're waiting,
Yeah, Traveler's Tales seem to like this, which is interesting.
could you hurry it up, please? Jesus. Potato Head.
Toy companies are really fucking lazy in this universe. What's their RC card name? This is just RC card.
That looks like some sort of meme or something. I don't know. Weird.
Have a squeeze toy alien because you epic.
Weeks of creativity here. Okay.
Babyface.
Oh! Oh, it is Babyface.
Yeah, I remember that.
Made the wrong baby reference.
Who's this guy?
That's one hell of a walk cycle. Oh, Jesus. I'm gonna be reminded of that.
What's the matchup versus Nightmare Geese?
Oh, this is...
Here he is.
Hey, look, we have a different rendition of You've Got a Friend in Me.
Is this all sample based? That ain't FM sound. Huh, that's not being rendered by the... Yeah, the actual sound chip.
That's... Some of that British Amiga influence going through.
Maybe.
So yeah, it's an impressive game, but not a necessary one. Pull string animation.
Quite its own thing.
Right?
Oh, Randy Newman actually gets credited. Oh, so do the voice actors. Jim Hanks, like I said.
Oh, ha.
Weird seeing
Oh,
Sony's
it's-
name on this, like just pre.
Yeah, but like I didn't know they.
Oh, it's
got
Alice.
acquired-
Alistair Brimble, that's the fucking roller coaster tycoon guy.
Yeah, I didn't realize Sony had acquired Psygnosis so early.
I don't think they own them. No, you might be right. Yeah, because it's got their name on it. Yeah. I think they like it was partial, and then I know
They've
it
at
was only
least,
in the
you
late
know-
'90s they outright bought them and turned them into it's like Sony, some British town. I forget. They just turned them into a Sony studio. Well, that
Yeah,
was
the Sony British
was it?
town.
Yes.